Welcome to today's 5-minute Bible study in the Gospel of John. We're still in John chapter 11. Today we start reading at verse 45. Jesus has just raised Lazarus from the grave. He had been in the tomb for 4 days. Jesus had them roll the stone away and called Lazarus forth. Now, what's interesting is the reaction to the raising of Lazarus. You have two different reactions or two different responses. Notice them. Starts in verse 45. Therefore, many of the Jews who had come to visit Mary and had seen what Jesus did, they believed in him. You remember there's a great crowd that has come to comfort Mary and Martha, the sisters, in their time of grief. And when they see what happens, they see this miracle. Lazarus come forth alive. It says many of them place their faith in Jesus. So you have the response of many in the crowd who come to believe Jesus is the one. He is the Messiah. They've been hearing about him. They've heard of the other miracles. But this, wow, he must be the Messiah, the Son of God. Many of them believed. But there's other responses too. But some of them went to the Pharisees and told what Jesus had done. So many believe, but not all. Even though they've seen Lazarus raised from the grave, some do not believe. Instead, they go and tell the Pharisees what Jesus is up to. Then the chief priest and the Pharisees called a meeting of the Sanhedrin. Now, you remember the Sanhedrin is the Jewish ruling council. The Romans allowed them to have some governance over the affairs of Jews, under their control, of course. So they get the Sanhedrin together, the ruling council, and they ask, what are we accomplishing? Here is this man performing many signs. Oh yeah, he's done many miracles. And now this. If we let him go on like this, everyone will believe in him. And then the Romans will come and take away both our temple and our nation. What a miracle has occurred. And they believe it. But they say, what are we going to do? If he does stuff like this, many more are going to believe in him. We may lose our place. We may lose our nation. We may lose our temple. We may lose everything we hold to be important. We don't care about the fact that he just raised a man from the dead, that he must be God among us. We might lose our place in this nation. So one of them, named Caiaphas, who was high priest that year, he spoke up. You know nothing at all, he said. You do not realize that it is better that one man die for the people than that the whole nation should perish. He's saying we've got to do away with Jesus. It's better that he die than that the whole nation perish. If we let him go on like he's doing, these miracles, these signs, he's going to call the whole nation after him, and soon the Romans will take everything away. We need to do away with him. It's better for him to die than for us to lose our nation. Rather than believing he is who he is, rather than believing he is the Messiah and all the signs are there, rather than believing that and putting faith in him, they want to kill him. Do away with Jesus to preserve the nation. Their nation, their place in it, their role of leadership is more important to them than God come among us. Notice what John says about Caiaphas' plan. John says in verse 31, he, that is Caiaphas, did not say this on his own, but as high priest that year, he prophesied that Jesus would die for the Jewish nation. Not only for that nation, but also for the scattered children of God, to bring them together, to make them one. So from that day on, they plotted to take his life. So the Sanhedrin, under the leadership of Caiaphas, has decided Jesus must be done away with, and they've been making their plans, their plots to do away with him. But John says that's actually prophetic. He said, remember, Caiaphas was high priest, not a good one, not a true one, but he is in the office of high priest. And even though he does not know it, he is working in a prophetic role. When he talks about it's good for one man to die for the nation, that's true in a prophetic sense. He doesn't know he's a prophet, but God is using him, even though he is, God is using him to speak prophetically of how Jesus will give his life for the people, not just for the nation of Israel, but for all people. Jesus has come to give his life. It's not going to be taken from him. He is going to give it. He has come to die for us, that he might save us and make one great people of God his own. So Caiaphas, though he did not realize it himself, he was speaking prophetically as a high priest of how Jesus would die for all the people to bring them to God. Now, the result of all this is, therefore, Jesus no longer moved among the people publicly. Instead, he withdrew to a region in the wilderness, to a village called Ephraim, where he stayed with his disciples. Jesus knows what is coming, so he withdraws from public affairs because it has to be just the right timing. And that's going to be at Passover. So everything is set now for the coming Passover, for Jesus as our Passover lamb to give his life for the salvation of the world. We'll start looking at that in our next session as we move toward Passover and Jesus sacrificed on the cross for us. He is going to be our Passover lamb. By his blood, we all are saved. So join us next time for our 5-minute Bible study in the Gospel of John.